Hello, Internet, and welcome to something new on my channel. Our first react. I thought it would be a cool thing to react on the story trailer of Shadow of the Erdtree, the upcoming DLC of Elden Ring. It is only a few minutes old, actually. So let's get right into it.
Peggy 16.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal. An affair from which gold arose. And so too was Shadow born. What followed was a war unseen. One that could never be put to song. A purge without grace or honor. The tyranny of Mesmer's flame. And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything. His golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his fate. But we are not deterred. We choose to follow. Will you walk with us?
I'm hyped. I can't say otherwise than I'm hyped. Definitely. Um, there are a few things that came right into my mind. The Mikula we saw at the beginning once, the guy who had this golden strings and all that, and then the helmet with burnt clothes and all that. And his childlike appearance, where everyone said during the games that he is cursed, so to say, with a childlike appearance. The Mikula we saw at the first two times was an adult, and this UFO appearance only was shown when he was in this golden field where the narrator said that he abandoned his golden flesh. And what also stuck with me was the sentence, and so he kindly abandoned everything. Does it mean that his absence in the lands between were the key for the Golden Order to set foot, like in this extent it has now during the game? And that's why the war wars came and all that. Or does it meant he did it so the war could end to save some lives? But we have also to keep in mind during the first trailer of Shadow of the Erdtree, the other narrator said something like he gave love and kindness, and there's nothing more terrific. Not terrific, horrific, I'm sorry. And I know the dancer lion we saw is a boss in Shadow of the Erdtree. He was shown in another trailer. So I don't know if the forces of Mesmer followed him as well. Or if something else is going on. Many questions, like always, with every From Software trailer. And where I raised my eyebrows so much, where he was shown slumbering with veils and all that, somewhere in a purplish abyss. And I know that sleeping will be a big thing in the DLC, from what I got so far. So maybe it is like a slumbering cult, which was now built around him. We will see in the DLC. And of course, we will get our answers only when the DLC is finally out, which is in a month from today on. And I'm a bit I'm a bit out of words actually because there's so much going on in my head right now about this trailer. And I really struggle to put it into words, but there's a language barrier thing at the moment. So, and and something that also stuck with me from this trailer was the very first frames. I will show you what I mean. And now I think I could have shown you the points which I meant, but this is my first react I did ever. So I'm sorry. It was this part and that part. The whole aesthetic actually reminds me of the stuff around Wildcard. Wildcard was a god-devouring snake that wishes to devour everything, even the gods, and melt everything in a unified, bloody, fleshy, bony mass within his own body. And the whole aesthetic of Wildcard and his wounds he has in the model and his arena and all that have this aesthetic. And that is something peculiar in my opinion. Because it has less to do with Morgoth. Not Morgoth, Morg, I'm sorry. Which stole his cocoon and is doing blood stuff with him. Of course, it's also bloody. We don't have to argue about that. And but maybe, but this is showing the beginning, so maybe it is like a bit of a Dark Soul homage here, because the narrator said here, 1 second.
And so too was Shadow born.
So, and this is a thing that reminded me of Dark Souls 1, actually. Because the narrator in the intro of Dark Souls 1 is also telling about when the first flame came, there was also not only shadow, but light, cold and warm. So it's talking about contrast, and here it is the same thing. And I don't know if this will be important in the story of the DLC. But when we know something, then From Software is never doing something without any reason or purpose behind it. And that is what I love about the From Software games. Sadly, I won't show Elden Ring so soon on my channel, due to technical stuff and all that. But I will definitely show Elden Ring somewhere in the future. And yeah, let me in the comments below, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about that? What theories have you maybe? And yeah. And also, please let me know if you like the react. Like I said, it is the first react that I ever did in my entire life. And if you like that, we can maybe do more about it. Maybe we can do more stuff like that in the future. So let me know.